lot of interesting stuff happening in the crypto market. If you look at AMP token, to all my AMP brothers and sisters, those of you who love AMP, those of you who are in it for the long run, will AMP be around? Will AMP token survive the bloodshed that is happening at the very moment, with many cryptocurrencies being under 50, 60, 70, even 80% lower than they were last year? Man, it is a catastrophic event, a catastrophe to all of these cryptocurrency investors, to see your portfolio go down from what it was last year to about 50% less this year. And that's all good for those of you who are willing to hold, who are willing to stay in it for the long run. Now, I was looking at something that kind of piqued my interest in whether or not to invest more in AMP token. And I got quite a bit of money invested in AMP token, but not a whole bunch. And I think that AMP token has been in one of my last entries to my portfolio. I was looking at AMP ever since the Flexa Network got a white paper out, and I was just kind of following it. When it was a few pennies, I didn't jump in. When it was 2 or 3 pennies, I didn't jump in, and then it went to 4 cents, and then I kind of bought some. Then it went to 7 cents, and I kind of just stayed on the sidelines, and then boom, all the way to 12 cents. And I thought, man, this is going to be good, but I didn't buy any. And a lot of people did. A lot of people bought at 12 cents. And you're probably feeling remorseful that AMP token is less than a penny. It's a fraction of a penny. It's under a penny, under a cent, under 0.01. And if you bought at 12 cents, you're probably thinking like, man, what a fool. And you're probably not feeling too well. That's kind of the mind games that I've talked about in previous videos about mastering the emotional roller coaster of cryptocurrency. If you feel like you can't handle it, this might not be for you. But AMP token is one of those tokens that I truly feel it has utility. It's being used. It's being adopted. It's just not a token that's reacting to the market like other tokens react to the market based off community sentiment or the social experiment of a token, like the meme coins, for example, Dogecoin and Shiba. I mean, those are junk coins, in my opinion, compared to AMP token. So AMP token, to me, is going to be probably a token that's going to survive this cryptocurrency winter, this bear market, and is going to probably perform really well in the years to come. Therefore, I feel, even though right now, when you look at AMP token and you look at the buying and selling indicator, the selling indicator is about 59% versus the purchase indicator. So not a whole lot of people are buying AMP right now. More people are probably selling their AMP, but it's about the 50-50 marker. So it's not like an 80-20 where people are selling AMP at 80%. If that were to happen, it put a lot of pressure on AMP for it to probably react to that selling pressure and go slightly under the current market price. To me, I feel, I'm again 5 years, 10 years down the road. Will AMP be at 12 cents, 25 cents? Absolutely. I can't say that definitely or definitively, I should say, that AMP token's going to be at 25 cents or at 12 cents or even at 5 cents. No one can tell you that, because cryptocurrency has been one of those things that just no one can really put their finger on. I mean, there's a lot of great talent out there doing technical charts and giving everyone, including me, something to go off of. But you know, a lot of people have been wrong. A lot of people have been wrong. And I say a lot of people have been wrong, even these people with a lot of talent, because many of these people who have talent have been saying that, you know, Bitcoin and Litecoin and Polygon Matic and Cardano, some of the more popular cryptocurrencies or cryptos that have been on the channel, have been saying that last year, and I'm talking about last year, a year from today, even prior to a year from today, many were saying that that Bitcoin was going to be at 100,000, that, you know, Cardano was going to be at $5, $6, $7, that Polygon Matic, you know, is going to be at $7, $8, $9, $10, that Ethereum was going to be at $20,000, $10,000. None of these ever even got close to those price ranges. And tons of people were manipulated to believe that that was going to happen based off the technical charts and the subject matter experts who claim to be subject matter experts in cryptos were all saying the same thing. And I wasn't really saying much. I wasn't really doing videos because I don't do technical analysis. What I do is I do the research, I pay attention, and I make educated decisions based on what I've seen. And that is basically what I'm trying to say here, is that you ought to be careful and not listen to everyone when they're telling you, oh, Shiba's gonna be at 100. I see videos even today. Shiba, $100 is going to be at $100 by next year this time. On Twitter, I saw that. On YouTube, I see that. And I see that for every coin that is out there. And here's the reason why you see these things. You're the person who invested $100,000 in Shiba at, you know, 0.00005. And you were hoping that your $100,000 invested in Shiba would price out by 6 months closer to a penny, so that your 100,000 can turn into $1 million, right? Well, if you're that investor, of course you're going to be making videos. Of course you're going to be promoting Shiba, because you ought to. That is what you believe in. That is what you've invested in. And that is what you're going to promote to everyone, that, hey, this one's going to go up. This one's going to go up. This one's going to go up. All for the purpose, maybe, of creating a community that believes in the same thing you believe in, so that they invest and they reap the reward along the way with you. But interestingly enough, most people are not in it to help everyone else. Most people, including me, are in cryptos for my own gain, for my own wealth building gain. I am in it for my pockets, not your pockets. So of course, if I'm one of those persons that is going to be promoting only certain coins, I'm going to be promoting only certain coins because I'm the only one invested in them. Do you feel me? I am going to be saying everything I gotta say in order to protect my investment. That is how most people react. Most people don't have that kind of heart to help someone else. I'm not saying that is everyone. I'm just saying that is some people. Most people are like that. And that's why you're going to get people who are going to manipulate you to think one thing when it's not, because they are already in the hole with 100 grand, 10 grand, 1 grand, or whatever amount they have invested that they have lost a increase on. So that is why I don't really listen too much, that's why I don't make decisions based on what I listen too much. Rather, I just follow the market, follow what the market's doing. There's a sixth sense in this stuff. I have listened to the voice in my stomach. If I just don't really feel it, and I think, hey, I don't know, this doesn't really sit well with me, I'm not going to make that decision financially. I only invest in what I know. And if I don't know too much of it, I just go in slowly. I like what Raoul Pal said, just a few days ago. He made a video and he was just basically saying, hey, listen, if you haven't learned anything in cryptos, just go in slowly. Travel through cryptos like a snail would travel through a garden. It's going to travel slow. It's going to try and test certain things out. It's going to make itself more aware of its environment. And slowly, the snail is going to get to the prize, whatever that prize might be. Well, it's going to learn things along the way. And that's, I think, what Raoul Pal was saying, is that basically, if you have $15,000 to invest, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Right now, everybody's saying buy. Yeah, of course. Listen to that. But Raoul Pal was saying just going into it very slowly. And I think that's a really good message for all of us, to just dabble slowly. Last year, when we were experiencing dips after the high peaks, when Bitcoin went from 68,000 to 45,000, those are dips. But I didn't go all in. I bought some, I'm not gonna lie. I did. I just went in a little bit slowly, not in everything, not even in Bitcoin. I went in those that, I remember when Bitcoin was falling, Polygon Matic had fell to like 60 cents. I was in Las Vegas. I did a video about it. That's where I bought in. Look where Polygon Matic is right now, 38 cents. It's half of what it was at 60 cents. But at least I didn't buy at $2.20. A lot of people did, because a lot of people were told, again, those YouTubers who are subject matter experts, showing technical charts, telling people, hey, the next jump is going to be $7, based on the various technical analysis that people promote, and people listen just to that, and they went in, and they might have went all in, and now they don't have the extra money to buy at 38 cents. That's what I'm talking about. I think crypto, what I've learned is, in the 4 years that I've been in it, I've had large amounts of money. And I say large amounts of money not to show off, but just to say, like, if I got 50 grand, I got 50 grand, and I've had 50 grand for the last 5 years. And, that number's gone down because I've thrown in money into cryptos, but I haven't threw all my 50 grand. There was a YouTuber who bought Cardano. I can't remember his name. I like the guy. He's African American. He does good videos, and I just can't remember his name. He dropped 50 grand when Cardano was $3. Now listen again carefully. Cardano was $3. He dropped 50 grand at that price because he believed in he believes in the crypto Cardano so much so that he felt it was time for him to invest his 50 grand. But the guy has several $100,000 for crypto. So again, it would have made no difference in his case. And he even talked about it because he's in it for the long run. It doesn't matter whether he buys it for $3 or 3 cents. He's going to buy it because he knows that at 10 years from now, Cardano could potentially be a $10, $15, $20, $30 per coin price crypto. So, that's kind of what we're saying here. We, including me, I am saying, if you go in it slowly, you don't throw all your money in it, I think you're going to be okay. Is right now a great buying opportunity? Sure. But 3 months from now, we might be looking back and we might say, damn it, Bitcoin's at $10, 50% of the price of where it's at right now. AMP is at 0.000 whatever, is at 50% of where it's at right now. So again, I think that greed and emotions and all sorts of other things get in the way of making wise decisions. I have kept those under control for the last 4 years, and I think that has made me a better investor. I hope it helps you. These videos help you, because what I'm trying to do with these videos is I'm trying to be as transparent and as honest as I can, giving you the real deal and what or how some of these things have been playing out in my investment strategies. And I think that I've been doing a killer, or I should say, I think I've been doing really well in terms of how I've been going about it. And I just want to share that, because I think that's really kind of what people need, is they need to hear the real deal of how people are doing it and where that leads them. You know, most of the people that give you honesty, they might be in ruins, or they might be close to ruins, but the fact that they're being honest about it and they're being transparent with you is going to help someone else not make the same mistakes that everyone else is making. And that's what I'm really about. I'm really about just sharing the God honest truth of how I'm doing it and why it's working for me. And there's no complaint. I am really happy about the outcomes that I have had in the last 4 years. And I think it's been because I've been very careful. I'm not greedy. I'm not rushing it. I am going slowly into it. I'm being careful with those cryptocurrencies that everybody's promoting. And I think slowly, you know, now we have cryptos that I think have been around for a very long time, and they have withstood the falls and the rises really well. And so that's, I guess, where I'm going to focus my attention, my investments, and the money that I'm pouring into cryptos, because I truly believe in this technology. That's really what it is. It's a technology that's like no other that has been introduced in our world. And so when something like this, huge like this, comes around, you best believe that it's going to be around, and it's going to play a big part of our daily lives sometimes down the road. And if it doesn't play that around my time, but it does for my kids, well, then guess what? I'm just creating a generational wealth for my kids, and I think that's okay too, you know. And so anyhow, that's all I really wanted to say in these 20 minutes. And thank you for listening. I hope this is helpful. You know, I always just come out. AMP token is one thing I'm going to focus on probably carefully for the next year. And I just wanted to share that with you, because if you're an AMP holder, hang in there. I really don't think it's going to be a token that's going to be wiped out. And maybe that's why some people are selling off. Well, you know, if they sell off, they sell off. Out they go. Nothing we can do about that. But I'm not going to sell my AMP. I'm going to accumulate more of it. And in fact, I'm just waiting for probably Bitcoin to hit about a $15,000 price. And at that point, I'm probably going to throw in more money into AMP, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Polygon Matic, ADA. Love ADA. I'm a big investor of ADA. And great prices right now across the board. And so if the time is right for you now, don't hesitate. But I still feel in the next 3 to 9 months, we're going to see probably, I strongly feel, and I was saying this before, that even when Bitcoin was at 45,000, I felt that Bitcoin can get down to 20,000. I was saying that for a long time because it just was unrealistic where those prices were, how fast they got up there. And like anything, when a roller coaster goes fast up, it goes even faster down. And so a simple metaphor like that has helped me just make wise decisions in my investment. And now I'm seeing the the fast track down, and I'm catching it on the down so that I can enjoy the ups. Well, that's it. Al rato. Hasta luego. Gracias. Aquí el Gallito de la Sierra, a.k.a. Crypto Keeper, checking out. El Kikiri Kicks.